What's up, everybody, and welcome to the first Bronze to Mythic video for Foundations that I'll be doing. We took a small break in November because there was kind of a weird transition in the middle of the month. Foundations got released, and so like first half of the month was Duskmorn, second half of the month was Foundations, and I wanted to do like I did in October, where we did a one full month. We did a draft a day for the entire month, and the first month that we could do that is going to be in December. But if you caught my other Bronze to Mythic runs, you know, unfortunately, I did not make it to Mythic. I got hard stuck in Plat 4, both in Bloomburrow and in Duskmorn. So we decided that we hate being stuck in Platinum. So we're going to do something about it. And one of my personal philosophies is, you know, try and fail and try and fail and try and fail as many times as you can. Until you feel like you're sort of hitting a wall of progression. And then I'm a firm believer in coaching, in seeking lessons, in going outside of what you can do alone and trying to get new perspectives, new approaches. And so I've done exactly that. I have reached out to the one and only Corticals, Alex Nikolic. I actually had a chance to meet Alex at MagicCon, and he was one person I had in mind that if I could run into him at this this convention, and specifically I ran into him at a tournament. We were in the 100K Open. It started with Sealed. Had a good time playing Sealed. Didn't do so well in the Sealed event. It was Duskmorn. I was pitched a really bad Sealed pool, but that's neither here nor there. I've actually had 2 people confirm that it was a bad Sealed pool, so it's not just me, you know, spitting that copium here. All that being said, I talked to him there, and I was like, hey, I got this crazy idea. What if I employ your coaching services, which Alex offers, but then we make a series out of it? And so we did exactly that. We had our first meeting yesterday, and we drafted my very first draft in Foundations together. And I'm going to actually play that draft here in this particular video. Unfortunately, there was no recording of the actual draft. And when we did this draft, there was a little bit of a weirdness with the Arena client. The Arena client actually was updating, and so Untapped didn't gather the actual replay of the draft, because I was just going to go click through the replay and kind of recap what Alex and I talked about during the draft, but unfortunately it didn't get captured. So what we're going to have here is just the gameplay of the deck. We will review the deck here in just a moment, but going forward, you can find the series on Alex's channel, Corticals. You can find him on YouTube. I'll link his YouTube channel below. And we're going to do a little coaching series over on his channel where we're going to talk through the draft. We'll have some banter, some ideas as to what cards are good, what strategies to deploy, things like that are going to all be over on his channel. And then the drafts that we'll do, we'll play on my channel, and we'll do those live. But in between those, you're going to see full draft videos as well of me drafting and then playing the draft on this channel. Unfortunately, the very first one, we're not going to be able to see the draft, but we will review the deck, and I'll talk to you about some really interesting things that kind of came along the way when we drafted this deck. So, that was a lot. It was a big intro. If you've made it this far, thank you. Do the thing. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. It helps get it out there. But let's go take a look at the deck itself. So, this is the deck that we ended up drafting, which was a strong blue splash black. And the thing of it is, we actually started in green. There was a really strong pick with Scavenging Ooze, I believe was our first pick. And I kind of knew this, but some of this is the learning curve of Foundations, and that the green is like one of the weakest colors in Foundations right now, kind of by a long slide. So, but Scavenging Ooze by itself is a really good card. So we started to go down this green path, and I think shortly after, like third pick or so, we got a Llanowar Elves. So we're like, okay, we got a Scavenging Ooze, a Llanowar Elves. Maybe we're going to go into Green Elves and see what we can do in that space. So we started going down this green space, but then we started seeing some really interesting blue cards come up. And so we started snagging blue, and then we were pretty equal on blue and green cards. And then it started to become very obvious that blue was way open. We were seeing copies of like Uncharted Voyage open. Nobody was taking those. We were seeing there was another really good one. So like Faebloom Trick was open deep into a pack. We had Think Twice that were deep open deep. So like there was a lot of really good blue cards that were just open really deep into packs. And so we just started going into blue. The amount of green started to lower and lower and lower. And then we were fed a Runescarred Demon. And we were like, okay, we're going to snag the Runescarred Demon. Let's just keep that and see what happens. And then shortly afterwards, we got a Dreadwing Scavenger, a Vampire Nighthawk. And then we're like, okay, we're going to go with blue-black. And so we made the pivot late into pack 2 and started grabbing things like Pilfer, Hungry Ghoul, but mostly just a strong blue. Now, the mana is not in the best position. We didn't get any dual lands. One of our picks was like a blue or a green-black, as we thought, okay, maybe we splash a black in, but it was the best pick in that particular pack. So we just kind of went with what we had, right? Which was really kind of a fun draft to do at the end because we were so convinced it was going to be green-blue for all the way to like 3/4 of the way through pack 2. And then we made a really late pivot to black, cutting green entirely, and then going with a blue-black deck here. So we are going to run 17 lands. This is Alex's preference. I know my preference was been 16 lands, kind of playing the game a little bit. But there's a couple good points as to why we went with 17 lands. We have a lot of dual pip cards. So dual pips on the Runescar, dual pip on the Self-Reflection, dual pip on the Arcane Epiphany. And then even in some of our lower cost cards like Refute and Vampire Nighthawk, we see dual pips there as well. So if that's the case, running 16 or 17 lands is a little bit better position to be in. And we have more blue dual pips than we do black dual pips. Hence, we gave the one advantage to blue. So with all of that in mind, let's go ahead and get this started. So we're going to go ahead, play this. Let's go in game. Clear the scoreboard here. And we're going to turn on some of our things here. We are not on draft. Go ahead and clear that. We are on draft 1, baby. Okay, decent start. We got both colors. We can afford everything. We got our punts up here. No punts. Draft 1, baby. Let's do it. Pretty excited to kick this series up. I'm a little scared, though. I won't lie. I'm a little scared. I felt so confident in Duskmourn. Felt so confident in Duskmourn. And then now I'm switching formats. And it's a little scary. It's a little scary doing a new format. All right, so since both of those have flash, we're going to put a stop at their end step. And then we'll potentially draw some cards here at the end. So they're running a 3-color. So this is, I guess, also the really interesting thing about draft is it's a new experience every set. And we're getting 5 sets in... I don't know if all of them are draftable. Don't quote me on that. We're getting 5 sets, though, in 2025. So I guess that's kind of the fun part. I guess I have to embrace that. I've been really, really nervous about Foundations because I felt like I got really good at Duskmourn. Like, I knew Duskmourn. Obviously not well enough to get Mythic, but I was as comfortable with a set as I've ever been. Like, I knew all the cards. I knew what they did. Like, there was just a lot, right? Ooh, this does have prowess, though. Maybe I just flash this in. Unless I get a 4th land and then... Well, actually... is drawing the card better than the flash? So we'll flash this bad boy in. So a lot of our removal in this deck is going to be bouncing cards. So that's mostly what we're going to try to do. Okay, so we did get a 4th land, which is great. This can be done at instant speed. So we're actually going to declare attackers first. Wait till this switches to the defense symbol. And then we'll think twice, getting a proc on the prowess. They might have a counter spell. Actually, I don't know if there's counter spells. Oh, nice. And then we got a pilfer. Let's go see what they have in their hand. A non-land card, eh? We got a lot of expensive stuff in here. Vivian is definitely the choice. We'll peel that out of there. Vivian is just OP. Oh, very nice. Dreadwing Scavenger. So I only have 3 cards in my graveyard. We're gonna move to attack. They don't have anything with like flash. They went with like a landfall deck. Interesting. Sorry, I am still a little sick. You can probably hear it in my voice. I'm trying to get to the mute button as fast as I can. Draw a card, then discard a card. Hungry Ghoul. Nice. Probably gonna drop Self-Reflection. Because it does have flashback. So got it out of my hand. And now I can play it for much, much cheaper than what it was. And we have a 2-drop next for next turn. I can make this a 3/3 pretty easily by dropping the human. But we'll see. So now they might have some stuff online here. They could have the giant. But I do have a bounce spell, which is nice. And I can afford it. We'll go ahead and do that. Surveil. I mean, it's a 1-cost draw. Draw a card. Nice. Discard a card. I do like the bounce spell, counter creature. We do have the card draw. I guess of the things that we have, this is going to be the best fit for us. And then this will get Death Touch here shortly. Choose 2 target creatures controlled by different players. Return those creatures to their owner's hand. So I could do this and then... Cool. Cool. Draw a card, then discard a card. I think we do this. Swamp, and then we hold Essence Scatter, because they're probably going to try to play that giant again. And then we just counter it, which feels good. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. It wouldn't be enough for refute, but I could play this and then have enough for refute. We keep... I think, unfortunately, we get rid of Hungry Ghoul here. Keep controlling the board, because they just have super expensive cards. Then we have a bunch of instances, so... if they try to play some other big 5-drop, I can just go ahead and counterspell that. So I think we put together a pretty solid deck. Discard a card. That's game. Game 1, baby! Put it on the board. No punts. Got the first win. I'm on my main account. We drafted with Corticals. Like, we're feeling good. We're feeling good. So again, so we did do a draft token. Apparently I had a bunch of draft tokens. So I had 5 draft tokens. So we're pure profit into gems. But the big wins that we're going for, a couple key milestones. As a reminder, if you caught my other series, you probably know this. Couple key milestones. 3 wins. Why? Because you get 1,000 gems. You get 4 times the amount of gems you get from 2 wins to 3 wins. That's really helpful in going infinite, or close to infinite, right? I think it's 1,500 gems to buy in, so you're getting most of the way there. The next big milestone is actually 4 wins, because then you have a positive win to loss ratio. And a positive win to loss, like 4 wins is something like a 56%. So if you can get consistently averaging 4 wins, you are going to get through platinum, through diamond, and into mythic. So your average should be 4 wins. The next big one is 5 wins, because now you're truly infinite. You've gained 100 gems if you bought in for 1,500. Plus the math on that is insane. You're in the mid 60s as far as win percentage. And then it's all upside from there. 6 wins and 7 wins. They're just pure profit and just chase streams. So the big ones are 3, 4, and 5. There's a couple of big milestones to keep in mind as we move through this. The other scary thing that we are running into is that the draft season is already 3 weeks old. So the people have had their hands on this draft for 3 weeks already. So we're coming in late. We're not necessarily just running up against a bunch of the riffraff when we draft this. So this deck, I imagine, is going to perform pretty well because Alex helped draft it. Gave me some insight as I drafted it. So we do have access to both lands. I would prefer a 3rd land. We do have a turn 1 play with Spectral Sailor. I should clarify. I did the drafting. Alex provided insight. Got a 3rd land. Perfect. As to some things to think about, give me some feedback. I would be like, hey, I really like this one. He's like, well, have you thought about this, this, and this? And I'm like, oh, given that, I think this one. So that's kind of how the draft went. Just so everyone is aware. Sacrifice a no attacks. I mean, it's a 3-1, unless he's trying to blow this up. Surveil 3. I mean, I think that's a fair trade. If they attack with the Cathar, I'm gonna block with the Sailor. Okay. They ain't throwing it away. Tap target creature and opponent controls. I say we play the bird. I'm actually going to discard a swamp. Nice. Can't be blocked as long as there's 7 or more cards in your graveyard. They're at 2. So 4-2. Do we take 7? I don't think we take 7. I think we hold. And then, oh shit, we don't have enough for a counter spell. Why did I play Swamp? I'm an idiot. That was a punt. That was a huge punt. I needed to refute. We're putting the punt on the board. I think I just need the bodies right now. Okay, they have black in there too? They're splashing black? I think we hold the refute. What do they got? Hopefully something big. Yeah, that's pretty big. I think we got to put the body. Because that at least blocks the... We can drop that. Get another creature spell. Oh, nice. A Banishing Light. Surveil. What are you getting? Gotta get rid of that. Top or bottom, bud? Rune Scarred Demon. Do I even have enough for that? 6, and this is 7. I mean, it could swing the tide of the game if I get another land. Makes me wish I wouldn't have thrown another land. And we can put the demon out there. Oh no, they got it. 3 damage. That early refute, I think, really swung the tides here. 1 and 1. Let's go ahead. Get right back into it. We're gonna keep these cooking. So I did realize I maybe took a little too long in some of my other Bronze to Mythic videos. We could definitely get more drafts in if we just click faster. No creatures, but I'm ripping cards early and got some more card draw. Access to both lands. I'm gonna see what they play. Okay, we did get a Spectral. Let's play that Pilfer. What a hand. Creatures you control get +1/+1. I think that enchantment's gotta go. Got an island. We can flash both of those in. Whenever you cast a spell during your opponent's turn. Choose 2 target creatures controlled by different players. Return those to their owner's hands. Do I have... I don't have any, like... don't have any of my counter spells. They get to create a cat. We're going to do that. We're going to buff it already. Okay, we got a 4th land. Another creature with power 4 or greater. I don't want to bounce this. That is also an instant. No attacks, end turn. So we got 2 instances that we can cast, buffing Brineborn Cutthroat. We could potentially bounce the runaway to the token. However, I think I might actually just -1, -0 that card, block with Spectral, kill that, and then since I cast something on their turn, this will get bigger, and then I can block. They also do have this. Divine Resilience. Target creature controlling on return if the spell is kicked. Instead, any number of target creatures you control get indestructible. So they could do... well, they can't do 4. They don't have 2 whites. Interesting. We're gonna do that just so that we can buff Spectral Sailor again. Or the Brineborn. Blue, blue. If we do black, black. No attacks, end turn. We're gonna make Brineborn nice and big. Okay, another green. They got that bad boy. They got that bad boy. All right. Mill 3 cards, then return an instant or sorcery card to your grave to your hand. Does have flashback. Instant or sorcery? We could do another runaway together. So we'll still have access to these, so we're just going to leave those in the graveyard. The Pilfer's okay. I think we're going to do Runaway together. And then we'll have a way to... So if they attack with Elf-Sworn Giant... we could save it. Get rid of that thing. Replay that. And then we have some cards. We have some things we can do. Alright, they get an elf. Okay, got a land. Oh, I can just play this again. If I do this... Oh, it has flash. So I should do nothing, do it all on their turn. Choose one. Gonna make the big boy big, eh? Now the thing is, do we kill it? No, I don't think we do. Can flashback be done at instant speed? I don't know. I don't know if flashback can be done at instant speed. Let's surveil. Got 2 instances. Oh, nice. Seven. I have 8 mana. And then on their main, but before attacks, we'll cast Feybloom Trick. If they don't have removal. Again? Do I control a wizard? I do. That's an instant. So the thought here is cast this. Draw 3 cards. Then if they attack, okay. This is where it gets interesting. So we get another one. Not bad. All right. Take 3. They could have done this. I don't know why they didn't do Divine Resilience, because they wanted to play that. That's funny. So we have enough to do everything. What are they doing? Just gonna go ahead and bounce that, if that's okay with you. Runescar Demon. Oh no! I think we need draw 3 cards. Yeah, Arcane Epiphany. Take 11, eh? Well, I might actually get close to milling out here. All right, so they are going to choose to protect it. I think I need the 3 cards now in case it's a body. Oh, it didn't matter. I had to get rid of the flyer. What'd you get? A land, maybe? Hopefully? Hopefully it was a land. Nice. I mean, I gotta leave the cards in the graveyard. I had lethal. Well, I'm really worried about, I don't want to play this card because I'm going to mill out. I want this to die. Levin Cutthroat Prowess on Duo had it at 5 power, but it was 1 blocker tapped out. If he exiled the Dino and swung, he was dead. Yeah, maybe. I'm obviously a timid player. Nice. I don't know if I can win. And it was a fucking land. Jesus. I'm gonna lose because I milled out. That's dumb. Yeah, I lost. Good game. That was dumb. 1 and 2. Not great. Wait, what's going on? Where did Premier Draft go? What What do you mean? Where did Premier Draft go?
Good to see you again.
No, I thought that was the mail. All right, let's try a quick reboot. Otherwise, we might have to pause the recording here. That's funny. Premier Draft just straight up disappeared. So 11 power Cutthroat. Prowess on Duo had it at 5 power. He was 1 blocker and tapped out. If you exiled the Dino and swung, then yeah. All right, we're gonna have to pause the recording. We'll be back. And we're back. So Arena took a crap somewhere along the lines, and I reset the game, reinstalled the game, tried to update it, force it, admin, all the things, and it was just down for a bit. But we're back. We're 1 and 2 right now with this deck. This does not feel like a 1 and 2 deck by any means. But we're getting some bad luck. We did have 1 punt that might have lost us a game, but we'll keep her cooking here. So this is giving me access to drawing a card. It's not my favorite start, but we do have access to both of our lands. We prefer one of our creatures. But getting a draw and then being able to draw again is really nice. We'll just do it at their end step. Make them think I have something. We'll draw a card. Got Uncharted Voyage again. My turn. So we do have a demon. Mill 3 cards and return an instant sorcery card from the graveyard. We can just draw. How many cards do we have in hand? We have 7 cards in hand. Hold till their end step again. Uncharted Voyage is an instant. Do this again. Baybloom Trick. Okay. Let's draw a card. Play the island. That is an instant. Let's play this. They probably have some sort of removal. Okay, so we do have Runescarred Demon in hand. I think I'm actually fine with those 2 lands because with those 2 lands, we'll be able to do a turn 7 Runescarred Demon. All right, they're drawing just as terrible as we are. Cast a Faebloom. Get in for 4. Get some fairies. Now we have some excuse me. We have a sack target for Eaten Alive. When you cast a non-creature spell, deals 1 damage to each opponent. I think we might keep it. Get it out of the way. Top or bottom, bud? Put it on the bottom. All right. We got a creature. Getting in for 6. I think we're keeping Eaten Alive for something bigger. Oh, they got a blue source. Put a 1/1 counter. Jeez. Mm. Get a black one? Nope. Then we have self-reflection. And that is the card I definitely want to play because I'm going to do a Runescarred Demon. Again. We'll get 2 Runescarred Demons. Actually, we'll be able to do more if they don't kill it. I bet you they were planning on drawing a bunch of cards. What's your plan, bud? Okay, all right. Solid plan. Top or bottom? Put it on the bottom, nice. They're gonna burst lightning my thing here. All right, I can flash that in at their end step. We'll keep up Essence Scatter. They try to cast something big here. What do they got for a 5-drop? Nothing. Nothing for a 5-drop. All right. We are in to tier 3, baby. That's what we like to see. And then we're gonna put one on the board. 2 and 2. So we got to get to the next like big milestone. So the next big milestone is 3, right? 3 wins is huge. Lots of gems to be had at 3 wins. So we definitely want to snag that. We had a big old wrench thrown into the morning with Arena being down. Well, not Arena being down, but Draft was down for some reason. We could play other game modes, and it seems to be intermittent. I had some friends that weren't having issues with it, and I was. So I was hoping to do like 2 or 3 drafts this morning, but we might have to try to like do a nighttime stream as well. I mean, it's not my favorite, but we have both colors here. Hello. All right, they don't have 7. Discard 2 cards. So it's just a 3/2 for now. Owner puts it in the choice of their top or library. All right, now we do have access to 2 black, and we're pretty close. We're 1 land away from being able to play Runescarred Demon. They're just gonna get in for their 3. Interesting. So they shuffle and they put it on top. So this is the interesting thing about it. It's like they just straight up like put a land on top of your library. Surveil 2. Blind Death Touch Lifelink. Seems a little bit better to have in this particular case. Definitely was. Oh, nice. What did they cast? What was this? Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, choose one, exile another target creature you control, return that card to the battlefield under its own control to be create a 1/1 spirit. Oh, they cast Witness Protection. Okay. Gotcha. So we can definitely do this. Then do this. We get Light Shell Duo back. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I should have done the spirit. So they're at 7 now. That was a little bit of a punt. A refute. They get to draw a card. Not my Light Shell Duo. Now they're gonna get the 7. All right, so they do have to attack with it. Do I have a wizard? Wait, how is that on cooldown? They did all that on my end step? They did all that on my end step. So they're gonna get an 8/8, but I can Uncharted Voyage the 8/8, and then I can just block with the Vampire Knight, or actually a Hungry Ghoul because it's just a 3/2. So they can trade the Kiora for an 8/8, essentially. I don't know. Could they have a buff? Oh, that comes back. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. Discarding all your cards, bud. Nice. Resolve. We do have to block it. Whenever a creature attacks while you control a creature with power 4 or greater, the creature gets +1 and gains menace until it turns. Okay. Think twice. Draw a card. I think it's better to bounce that octopus. Okay. Okay. Draw a card. Oh man, the amount of lands we get here. Absolutely killing me here. I mean, they have burst lightning. All right, nice fucking swing. Unfortunate. 2 and 3. What a poor start. I mean, this is definitely not a 2 and 3 deck, but we had a punt along the way, and it is what it is, though. So we're gonna go ahead, claim our rewards. People at home always want to see what we get. What do we get for the packs? Omniscience and an Abyssal Harvester. So unfortunately, this draft was a little weird because it's not showing up in untapped.gg. So we can't review the draft and then talk about the gameplay. But this was the draft that we did with Alex Nikolic, or Quarter Calls, and was our first draft of Foundations. I think we ended up with a really solid deck. We had some bad draws there. And I think we played pretty optimally. It was just the luck of the draw, I think. We did manage to get out of Bronze 4, though, and we're into Bronze 3. So we're taking steps forward in our journey to Bronze to Mythic. And again, as a reminder, we are going to be doing lessons with Quarter Calls throughout the month of December. So we're hoping to refine our approach to drafting, and we're going to be posting a drafting video one a day, every day for the month of December. So we have a lot of drafting to do. We're already on the 4th of December, and this is our first draft. So we got 3 more drafts to do just to catch up, and we're going to make it happen. So if you've made it this far in the video, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Come check out the live streams. We stream usually around 7 or 8 a.m. Eastern to around 11 or noon sometimes Eastern time every day. And we'll be doing drafting content, and then sometimes we draft in the evening and on the weekends as well, or not draft, but play on the weekends as well, because we are trying to meet or get to Mythic again in Constructed. So we got a lot going on. You'll also see tournament vlogs here as the RCQ season is in full swing, and I'll be attending those, trying to get my bid to the next set of RCs in 2025, as we do already have our 2 invites for February and March of 2025. So we're really excited about those. But as we like to end everything around here, until next time, we'll catch you at the table.